Hi everyone! Good evening. Live na live tayo on a Sunday night. So katatapos lang ng preliminary interviews ng ating Miss Universe Philippines candidates and I've given already my top 5 pero meron pa po yung mga rankings, don't worry. Nahirapan lang talaga mag-formulate. Adam and I had a short conversation a while back. Nagtawagan kami. Kasi sa totoo lang, ito yung part ng competition na marami kami ma-expected na magpe-perform, na hindi nag-perform, and maraming mga gulat talaga sa performance sa ibang candidates and mga underdogs. So, abangan nyo yung part 2 ng listahan ko. Actually, kay Adam rin, abangan nyo yung listahan ni Hey Adam G. Kasi sure ako magugulat rin kayo sa kanyang mga nasa listahan. And I'm not here to spoil his list. So, let's have a live reaction on what happened a while back, no? Kasi gusto ko rin sanang i-share sa inyo yung reaction. I mean, yung normal reaction. So, sige, panoorin natin everyone. Simulan natin kay Albay.
Representing the majestic land of Albay. Thank you.
Hello, Alexandra. So now both your parents are law. Now, but what attracted you to take up psychology instead of following your footsteps?
So my parents are both lawyers, and as a child, I've always wanted to follow their footsteps. Actually, so psychology is my free law. So I wanted to take up psychology even when I was still in high school and elementary, because as a child, I've always seemed to be so interested in how the human mind works. I've always seen the human psyche.
Share natin yung ano ha.
What drives people to who they are?
Share
What
screen tayo.
to say what they say and who they want to be in this world.
Which Filipino beauty you most identify with?
It would be Venus Ra, because she is also a Bicolano like myself.
Sure ko narinig nyo na, so ito, simulan lang natin.
To both lawyers, and as a child, I've
Let's
always
start with Albay.
actually. So
Grabe si
psychology
Albay, both parents niya pala ay lawyers.
to take up psychology even when I was still in high school and elementary, because as a child I've always seemed to be so interested in how the human mind works. I've always seen the human psyche as something so interesting and so intricate. What drives people to be who they are? What drives people to say what they say and who they want to be in this world?
Which Filipino beauty you most identify with?
It would be Venus Ra, because she is also a Bicolano like myself, and we come from the same background where we weren't given enough resources or the
She's
opportunities
very eloquent. Grabe si Albay.
currently are striving hard for. We work hard for it. We have the same oragon beliefs as every Bicolano does. So it was Venus Ra, and I highly resonate with her.
She's very beautiful, she's very well spoken. For me, hindi na issue yung height kasi magaling siya. I mean, yung presence, I love Albay, the way she talks. Tas lawyer pala yung parents niya pareho.
Was when I was growing up, I was told by my parents to stay hidden because I am an illegitimate child of my father. My father is a famous politician back at our hometown, so he didn't want any scandals or any sort of that. So they always told me to limit myself, always stay in the shadows, never attract too much attention. So I've always wondered to myself, am I enough? And so, as a grown up, I'm still trying my hardest to fight these thoughts and to cement myself into the society, not just as an illegitimate child, as, but as a woman who chooses.
Galing. Galing ni Albay.
Miss Universe Philippines.
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I am a Bicolan. And Bicolanos are known to be Oragons. When we say Oragons, we exemplify excellence in everything that we do. We strive hard to give our best, give our all, really encapsulate what it is to be Filipina, a modern Filipina with grace, with wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Albay.
Actually, ang eloquent niya, I don't know kung na-appreciate nyo. Bacolod is also good. Napanood ko na 'to, guys. Magkaroon lang tayo ng mga live reaction.
Is there something that you would be continuing? Is that something that you would be continuing after the pageant?
Yes, I'm very sure with my answer that in my profession after this pageant, just like I said before, I love my job. That's why I can do it with love.
Classic Beauty, maganda siya.
Which Filipina do you admire most? Why?
Other than my mom, it would be my yaya. She was
Mayaman, mayaya.
when my brother was born, up until I was born. And fun fact, when she gave birth, she had a son, and she named her son with a combination of my two brothers' name. So with that, I would say that she really had selfless love for all of us. That's something that I admire about her.
What is your best memory from being in Miss Universe Philippines?
Okay rin si Bacolod, actually, nakakasagutan siya ng maayos, very decent.
Grandpa, that was the first time for me. And there was a DJ playing, we were doing the shoot, and then we had food for us, and all the girls really had a bonding moment.
Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I'm confident that Miss Universe is not just about beauty outside, but rather the inside. It's with the kindness of your heart. I want to be a queen that people see that they can approach and they can tell anything because I'm a person that loves to help, loves to care for people. I believe that I'm the next Miss Universe. Thank you.
Classic Beauty talaga si Bacolod, maganda rin.
Thank you so much. Hello everybody, I am Roxy from Baguio City.
Hi, Roxy. So you're a motivational speaker of the course, what it means to win. But others experience the other side. So I'll ask you, what does it mean to lose?
Interesting.
Sorry, nagka-cut-cut, no? Lagay natin ulit, share screen natin ulit.
Because in my course, I also speak about what it means to lose. It's about being happy for the success of others, because that alone is already a win. To be a winner, you have to embrace and be joyful for other people's wins in life.
Now, you've always been where does that little positivity coming from?
I feel like I was always born with this. My mom would say I was very talkative as young as the age of 3. I would face the mirror and I would really like have conversations with myself. So I think that my bubbliness only comes from within. And I just love talking to people. I just love having conversations. I'm great.
Sorry guys, ha. Nagkaroon tayo ng technical problem. Dapat yung layout natin ganito lang. Para hindi tayo makopyright.
That's why I was, fun fact, I have a long history of winning spontaneity.
Di naman ako magtataka kung Miss Congeniality si Roxy this year.
Enjoy Miss Universe Philippines.
It just so happens that I was born with multiple dreams. And I just want to
Sinabi niya rin dito sa interview ko to, yung multiple dreams.
whether it be to be a mom, a businesswoman, an actress, a beauty queen, you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind and heart to. So I'm happy I pursued both. And I feel like a winner because I pushed past fear and reached for the stars.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Oh, well, I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because in my experience of being an actress, I have had a deeper understanding of women. I have played broken women, hopeful women, enthusiastic women. And with those stories, I found pieces of myself. And that's the soul core of Miss Universe Philippines. It's really women's empowerment. So I'm happy that I feel like I have a relationship with women.
Napaka-region ng personality ni Roxy, no? Alam mong
I miss you.
hindi siya plastikera. Ang ganda ng niya, vibes niya. Gaan.
much fun. Thank you guys. Well, hi, I'm Alexandria representing the hall. I am a valuable player. I am a graduate of Customs Administration, and now I'm currently pursuing my dream to become the next Miss Universe Philippines.
Hello, news latest updates.
Can you give us three interesting facts about
The interesting facts about me is that I
Ganda
play
ni Kath
volleyball.
Caseñas, no doubt.
Second is I love going to beaches because there's a lot of beaches in Bohol, and I'm really happy when I'm at the beach. And third is I really love hiking. I was inspired by the last Miss Universe, Miss Kat Vigado, and
Eight
that's all.
mountains.
now, which Filipino do you admire most and why?
The most that I really admire the most is my mom because she is an inspiration to me. She is
I guess
always
okay lang naman sabihin niyo yung mom. No, no problem with that one.
thankful.
Mas relatable. So,
She
okay
shaped
lang
me to
naman yan.
become the woman that I am today.
And what will be your three best memories of your Miss Universe Philippines journey?
The most memorable moment of my Miss Universe Philippines journey is when we went to Boracay because Boracay is a dream destination for me, and I'm really happy to be there and celebrate with the other girls. And the second one, the most memorable, is this moment because this has been a very challenging moment, but I'm glad to be here um, in front of you, presenting the whole.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I can prove that a woman can be a queen even with a lot of struggles. Kung kaya ng iba, kaya ng mga lang. Thank you.
Alam mo, maiiyak na rin talaga siya. I mean, may gusto pa siyang sabihin pero in- she preferred not to say it. Actually, Cabanatuan City also did well.
So you were born in the Philippines, raised in the UAE, and now there in Canada. How do you stay grounded, and how did this affect how you identified yourself?
Our Filipino roots is deeply rooted because of our family. My mom and dad made sure that once we get home, we are truly Filipino. And no matter where we are in the world, the Filipino heritage and roots will always stay with us, no matter if I am
Kira
exposed to
mag-share
different
screen.
culture and different people.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
I grew up away from the Philippines, but my parents always made sure that we would still have fun with each other. I have two other siblings older than me, and we would always play in the backyard and play Filipino games, Filipino street games. So Patintero, Lugsumbakas, all other stuff are still rooted to who I am as a Filipino.
Now
Ilan na
you
lang.
mentioned you love to play youthful. What different things did you do during your Miss Universe Philippines journey?
I personally feel like the goofiest thing I've done are making TikToks with the other girls. There's a lot of different TikTok
Ayun niya pag
trends.
full
And one of
video.
the funniest thing we'll do is even if we are all glammed up with
Can you
makeup
hear the
and
audio,
hair all
guys?
done, we'll still do those funny bits and pieces from TikTok. Whatever is trending, best believe I've done it with the other girls too.
Cabanatuan is
And why
doing
should
good,
you
ah.
be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I bring a global perspective to the organization. As someone who is a third culture individual, I have been exposed to different people from all walks of life, and I think that is something that I can offer to the organization. And I may come from different parts of the
Pag-usapan
world,
natin yan mamaya,
but
it's okay.
always
Pero naririnig niyo ba yung audio ng Q&A nila?
I'm Princess Scarlet Hernandez, and I'm ready to be your next queen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Erica Jean Pereday, an aspiring Miss Universe Philippines from Camaraderie. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, Erica, which Miss Universe Philippines do you identify most with?
I really resonate with Miss Beatrice Domingo Gomez, our Miss Universe
Sabi ni
Philippines.
Kamigin, si Bea Gomez daw talaga yung pinagre-resonatean niya. Mahina yung audio.
And just like her, I was raised with a single mother. And I've also known that she worked as a reservist at the Philippine Navy. which embodies discipline
Okay na ba to?
and the heart of service. And I also have that too. Thank you.
You went through a difficult time when you were a fourth year college student. Tell us what happened then and what you learned from that experience.
Honestly, I was raised by foster parents, and they treated me as their own. But there was a time when we struggled financially. I had a very big debt, and my foster mother left us.
Okay na ba tong audio? Narinig niyo sila?
Foster dad that is, you know, a stroke patient. It was really hard because I had to balance being an intern at Apetera and a daughter. But
Grabe rin yung story ni Camille. What I love about Camille is hindi niya kinakahiya yung background niya, very authentic. And actually, she can communicate very well. I don't know kung nahihinaan yung mga tao, pero malakas siya for me.
my best memory is when we have early call times.
Talino ni Camille, di ba? I mean, tapos kamukha niya si Patch Magtanong, oh.
So with the early call times, I have to push myself to wake up early in the morning. And then I step out on my terrace and then I see the very beautiful view. It makes me appreciate what God has made and how beautiful life can be.
Ang galing, galing.
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I am ready to represent our country with the dedication and authenticity. Being true to my values, most especially having a heart of service, to help the street workers because I was raised by one. Fun fact,
Ang galing.
weeds from the streets, I help her sell barbecue and as a labandera. For
Yung labandera na sabi niya dyan is laban. Ayan, labandera. Galing, galing. I love Camille. Congrats, Erica J. Galing, galing.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Jansen Manansala Kanya.
Ganda ni Kavita dito. I mean, ganda na register niya sa camera.
No, I found it very interesting that your favorite childhood memory involved a laundry scrub. Tell us what that was all about.
Laundry scrub. Yeah, my favorite childhood memory was when my mom would bat us, me and my sisters, using a laundry scrub, a very rough scrub. It's like Pain builds character. You didn't even sign for it. That's my favorite childhood memory because it's the simplicity first. In this world that is very somehow noisy, but I realize that's the life I love.
Now, there are a lot of Filipinos who become breadwinners at an early age. What led you to become the breadwinner and how have you dealt with that?
My mom and dad got separated at the age of four. That moment, I have to snap. That's when I realized I am the strongest one in the family. So I have to be the father and mother. And this story, I want to tell everyone that it's okay to have it and learn it on your own, as long as you believe in it.
What gives you the most joy in life?
It's yoga. No other than yoga. I love it. It's when I'm the happiest. And yoga also makes me feel the things I want to feel for myself. It's where I'm unaesthetic and I get to be true to myself and reflect on everything.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe because the moment I stepped into this competition, it's where I made a decision to no longer be ashamed of who I am, to be proud of my story, to use that story to uplift others.
Thank you.
Mayong hapon ka nating tanan. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is April Smith. I'm from Cebu City.
So you fondly described your late father as the life of the party. Is April also the life of the party?
Yes, of course. I'm so thankful that I have inherited the same energy as my dad.
In fairness sa April Smith, guys, nag-improve talaga si April. Wala akong masasabi dito. Maybe not the best. Hindi siya yung pinaka-stand out. Pero nonetheless, April was able to ace this round na hindi siya nanginginig. na hindi siya masyado nararattle. For me, okay yung performance niya dito. What do you think?
You completed your very first edition of Miss Universe Philippines and became an OFW after that. How different is April today?
Oh, actually, as an OFW, it helped me a lot for
Ang galing, no?
improving the things that I need to. Some other people out there have been pointing out the areas that I need to improve, especially my
Communication
communication skills.
skills.
And I'm so thankful that working abroad it helps me a lot in terms of interacting with
What do you guys think of this performance? Parang okay naman. Okay ako dito sa performance sa April, ah. Hindi man siya nasa top 5 ko, pero if this kind of performance is very much appreciated, yung improvement nakikita mo.
Chelsea Manalo, the first Black Filipino to represent our country in this universe. What did that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. And actually,
Ang cute rin ng styling niya dito, no? Para siyang pa-Barbie type dito.
or to fight more the representation for being Black Filipina. And I want to continue to have the best representation, to be also the instrument to inspire the other younger generation that they can also be beautiful for being Black Filipina.
This is what I mean when it comes to improvement. Kumpara mo yung performances niya dati in 2020, dito okay talaga.
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I have that fire in my heart that I want to continue to fight the representation. Growing up, I've been marginalized for being Black Filipina, for being bullied, for having Black skin color, for being tall, for being different. And for today, I know that I have improved a lot. And I want to share my story to inspire other people out there that they can be also be beautiful in their own way and they can also excel in a different platform in life.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
I expected a lot with Nicole, to be honest. Kasi syempre, favorite ko na Q&A answer sa Bining Bini Philippines History yung Good 8.
Successfully in a pageant that has a very different approach and type from Miss Universe. Which version of Nicole is closer to the real you?
I'd say the closest version to Nicole is the one that's rooted in faith. In the past, I have had the wonderful opportunity representing.
Post ko yan, ah. Okay, yung sabi niya, yung tinanong kasi siya kung what version of Nicole is nearest to the real Nicole, di ba? I guess the question was rooting between Miss Universe Philippines or yung Miss International na Nicole. Alam mo, kung ako sumagot dito, I would rather answer it in a way, sasabihin ko sa kanila na yung kaharap nyo ngayon. The one that you are facing now is the nearest to the genuine Nicole or to the authentic Nicole. Parang dito kasi, sabi niya, rooted with faith. I don't know, pero parang yung question kasi was clearly between MI or MUPH version. Tuloy natin.
But I think I did that on a more selfish note. Versus this time around, I come with a mission, I think, to bring hope, uplift others, create safe spaces, and feel light to those around me.
Now, what is something about you that you think people would be surprised to discover?
I'd say maybe a fun fact about me that people may be surprised to hear about was I actually released a single.
Yung Cherry, parang eto naging, kahit pa paano alam naman ng tao to.
Super shy. I had a really bad stutter. I didn't have the courage to go up to people. I couldn't even hold eye contact. And for me to change that up now and to be the person that I
Parang
am,
hindi niya
is
na-relate
like
yan.
dancing with people. It's a way to bring more people together. And
Nagulat ako kay Nicole kasi gandang-ganda ako sa Good 8.
You admire most and why?
I think she's sitting right in front of me. A beauty queen that I admire. Gazini, when I saw you represent our country, that was the first time that I thought to myself, I want to be on that stage too. So
Nagulat ako kasi favorite ko talaga na Q&A ever sa buong bini. Alam to ni Sir Jerry Diaz na Aces and Queens na gustong-gusto ko yung Good 8.
you were incredible. And I want you to know that you inspire those around you too?
Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
This is such a simple question, but yet so hard to answer. I've thought about this so many times. I think every girl here that's competing is very worthy of the title. But so in my case, I'd rather have it be for my faith and for the power that I can bring. I like to think that when the people around me meet me, I like to think that they feel happier. That after a conversation with me, they feel lighter. That's what I like to be like. A star, a light in the universe.
Nagulat ako talaga. I mean, I wanted the Nicole na merong depth gaya ng Good 8 kasi parang mas relatable yung eto, bilib na bilib ako dito. Grabe, ang galing ni Clarissa.
Now, you are multilingual.
Yes, that's
What languages do you speak, and say something about your MUPH journey in the most difficult of the languages?
most typical. I think everyone could understand it, but I know how to speak Bisaya, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, and also Tagalog English, and a bit of German and Spanish.
Galing.
So, agyaman ang ako, adagtoy kayo amin, ito'y sakwanan ko.
Oh, I'm proud Ilocano. I'm proud Ilocano, guys.
Sa ako ang journey diri sa
Bisaya.
Universe Philippines, dili siya dali. Dili siya dali para sa ako. And at the same time, na ako diri not just to represent
Galing, galing.
but ang
Nakaka-proud, no?
dream po ni sa ako ang ginikanan para sa ako.
What has been the most difficult moment in your life, and how have you grown from that?
For your information, my parents passed away due to cancer. So I am
Wow.
the living testimony of a woman who's been the breadwinner of four siblings. And I'm standing here, not just
Namatay parents niya, guys, sa cancer. And grabe, breadwinner siya. Four siblings. Both parents namatay sa cancer.
and it was her dying wish for me to step in the Miss Universe Philippines stage for this year. And currently, I'm fulfilling that dream not only for my province, but also for my parents' dream.
Galing, galing, Kla. Very touching.
I really admire Miss Pia words since we've
Eto, ganito yung gusto kong sagot. Direct to the point. Ito yung, ewan ko yung sa iba. Paligoy-ligoy.
sentiments, shared stories of the difficult times, the chaotic times, and even stumbled so many times. But standing right here, sitting right here in front of you right now, I've been able to lift up not only my family, not only my community, but a part of me as well. But I've learned how to love myself, how to genuinely love myself, and how to genuinely
Ganito na lang.
Why should Clark, the warrior, be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
a Miss Universe Philippines delegate is someone who's authentic, someone who knows how to share her stories, and someone who doesn't just listen, but who actually not just speak up for the masses, but who actually screams for the masses. And that is someone who actually listens to the needs of the people and who always champions her causes. And at the same time, a Miss Universe Philippines is someone who loves to communicate with other people despite the language barrier or different diverse cultures. And I believe as a representation of that woman is someone standing here or sitting here in front of you right now.
Thank you so
Galing
much.
niya.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Galing ko tabato. Next, sino next?
I am Trexie Paris Rojas representing this.
Iligan.
Hello.
Hello po.
So, what was it like growing up in Mati, Awan, Misamis Oriental?
Oh, actually, our life there is very simple. It actually taught me to be content of what I have. And now that I am in the city, I really appreciate everything that I am seeing and experiencing because that is something that I learned from my province.
Nagulat ako kay Iligan, guys. Nakakapagsalita pala siya. I mean, okay pala yung common skills niya.
Actually, it started with one adopted dog But then my parents is very supportive with me when it comes to adopting dogs. So it starts with one heart beating, and now they're 17. Actually, they were 13 when I went here, and now they're 17. Before, they were 25. Yes, I am really a dog lover.
Having come from a small town, what has been the most interesting moment being in Manila?
Actually, this is my first, you know, the farthest place that I've ever come. And it is my first time here. It's actually very amazing. I've experienced a lot of new things, and everything here is actually new to me. And I am grateful that I am able to experience this at a very young age. And I am also the first member of our
Okay
family
rin
to
pala sa
be here.
Iligan, no?
So yes, I am going to share a lot from here to them when I get home.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Yes, I've been waiting for this question. I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I really think that I am a reflection of a young
Naririnig niyo ba
woman
guys yung
who
sagot?
still
Kasi nilagay
discovering
ko na yung
myself.
mic sa laptop.
I did not come here perfect, so I am still a work in progress, and I am very open as well to the possible things that I should learn, and I think that is something as well that we should embody. That if we try to really have that um embodiment as a Miss Universe. Thank you.
Thank you,
Salamat,
Eileen.
Suke, sa pagsagot.
Aloha and naimbag nga aldaw. I'm Cherise Lian Kakayori.
Surprisingly, Ilocos Norte also did well. I mean, aminin natin, hindi siya yung favorite candidate, pero she
You
did
moved to
well.
Hawaii at 8 years old and have grown up there since. Many Filipinos would instantly think that's a dream. But for you, what has that been like?
For me, it was definitely a struggle growing up. I see so many Filipinos around me.
Internet.
Actually, the Filipino population
Magaling
is the
siya, magaling siya.
second largest in Hawaii. But for some reason, the Filipinos feel ashamed of their own culture. So I always felt like I needed to fit myself into a certain mold to fit in. But I realized later on that I should be proud of who I am. And that's what I'm trying to teach the next generation of Filipinos in Kuwait.
You mentioned that you worked, let me get this right, 10 jobs in 10 years. What was the most fun and which one you would never want to do again?
Oh, my most favorite job is my job right now as an educator
Mga
because I
teacher
get to
pala
meet
siya.
new leaders, new students, so that they
Galing
can
ng
be
mga
feel
Ilocano, no?
more
Ilocano rin to,
empowered
sa
to be
Hawaii
our
nga
next
lang.
generation of leaders and to lead us into having a better future. But the job that I hated the most would probably be my subway job because I hated smelling like vegetables by the end of the day.
Hindi ka
A lot of
magtataka kung
young
Ilocano
people
yung mananalo.
struggle with their mental health. You've bravely shared your own bouts with depression. What got you through it, and what advice do you have for those in the same situation?
Having depression was a very difficult time in my life, but what I reminded myself is that there was still that little girl inside of me who wanted to see great things. So actually the very first step that I took to step
Ang
out of
galing ni
that
Ilocos
depression
Norte.
was to
She's
join
very
a
underrated
pageant,
pero magaling
and it
siya.
allowed
I
me
mean,
to not only feel more confident in
aminin
myself,
natin,
but
close door
feeling
interview to
empowered
guys.
by
Di ba?
others
Agree ba
to
kayo?
remember
Magaling
that
siya
they
sumagot.
still can dream big no matter what mental state they're in.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Coming into this journey, I knew
Aminin
that
nyo,
I'm
di
not
ba?
only
Setting aside
representing
the
my
looks and
fellow
beauty, talagang
Ilocanos,
magaling siya.
but the entire Filipino diaspora. I know what it's like to be stuck between cultures, but I've also discovered the
This is what
power
I'm
of
telling you
finding your
guys. This is
purpose
close
through
door interview
identity.
kasi. Ito yung
And
basis
as
natin,
an
close door
educator and
interview.
community leader, I'm dedicated to being that bridge to Filipinos from all across the universe so that they can feel proud
Sino
of who
yan?
they are and where they
Sino
come
yan?
from, and
It's
they
me,
feel
Sir
seen
Niley.
and represented. I believe this is a fresh perspective this organization deserves, and I'm ready to step into that role.
Thank you so much, Ilocos Norte.
Hello, everyone. I am Zesta Shulugkapawan Espinosa,
In
Philippine
fairness sa
City.
speaking voice ni
From the
Zesta, para
get-go,
siyang nasa
we
radyo.
noticed
Gusto ko,
your
gusto ko.
confidence and sense of humor. Were you always like this, and where does it come from?
Mama,
I
Itsuki,
wasn't
makita natin.
always this quirky, energetic kid that you see. Because when I was a kid, I was always bullied because I have a stutter. When I make a mistake, when I'm speaking, I get to go very shy. But then I realized that my mess could be a message. I conquered it. I challenged myself
In
to
fairness
help
sa Iloilo,
myself
ganda ng message niya.
speak
Maganda, maganda.
confidently. So now all you can see is Zesta, confident, energetic, and bolder.
Yeah, tama
What is
naman yun.
something interesting about you that would surprise people?
I think that behind all this smile, behind all this energy, is a little girl who's a dreamer. I once thought that I would not compete in Miss Universe Philippines and I get to represent my city. Because when
Aminin
I
nyo, okay rin
joined,
naman, di ba?
the funny thing
Naitawid din
about
naman
it,
ng
I
Iloilo.
didn't really like pageants before. But then I saw a way that I could speak
Sabi ni
to
Edmar.
help my life's mission of accomplishing things for the elderly.
Parang kay Gazini
What
Ganado.
has been the happiest moment for you in this pageant?
The happiest moment in this pageantry when I was sashed in Iloilo City and I get to represent Iloilo City.
Parang nagda-doubt
You
siya
know,
doon
we
sa
have a
part na yun.
lot of
Parang hindi siya
great
sigurado
beauty
sa
queens
sasagot
before.
niya sa part na yun. No?
Alexi, Rabia, and more. There's pressure, yes, but then I don't want to walk in the same path as them, but I just want to be me, Zesta.
Gusto ko yung
And
sagot
that's
niya
it.
na yan. Yung authenticity na
And
hindi
why
niya
should
kukupihin yung
you
iba.
be
Diba?
the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Funny about that because that certain question, I could not answer that. I always get bashed about that because I would
Agree ako
just
dito,
answer
Edmar.
it in a very
Agree ako
funny
dito,
way.
Edmar.
But then I remembered my purpose. Who am I? My life's mission. And then there it is. I deserve to be Miss Universe Philippines because I am Nalonga with a heartfelt beauty and
Yun
I'm
lang,
ready
yung
to
sagot na yan,
conquer.
parang narinig ko na yun kay
Thank you so
Rabia.
much, Iloilo City.
Mabuhay, I'm Isabel
Eto,
Cecilia
magaling to. I
Alvarez
mean,
Prats from the province of
huwag
Laguna.
niyo siyang ismulin
Hello,
kasi
Isabel.
she
You
really,
seem to
she
excel
really
in these
aced
three
this round.
Bs:
Laguna.
ballet, badminton, and beauty pageants. Which do you enjoy most and what lessons have you learned from it?
Well, I excel on those three things because I work hard. But I
Kamukha
believe
niya
my
si
journey
Atisa dito
started
sa
with
part na
ballet.
to. No?
I learned a lot of
Ganda niya.
lessons, and most of my characteristics were about
Saka
that.
yung maganda
I
sa
learned
kanya, alam
discipline.
nating bata siya.
And even
Alam
though my
natin
career
dapat
has
mababaw yung
ended,
sagot niya. Pero
I
hindi
am now
may mas
gracefully
depth pa
and
yung
I'm
sagot niya.
focusing on
Tama ka,
that.
Edmar.
But I've learned a lot of
Mas
lessons.
malalim pa yung
That's
sagutan
why I
niya.
enjoy it the most. And I believe that in pageantry, you can even really share all of those lessons at the same time.
It's okay, gigil ka.
Which Filipina beauty queen do you
Hindi ko
admire
hindi
most
ilalagay
and
dito
why?
sa yung mga comment mo. It's okay.
Actually, it would be Atisa Manalo. I
Kamukha
see
mo nga si
myself
Atisa.
in her because I
Actually.
watch her interviews as well. And she also came from
Di
humble
ba? Para siyang
beginnings.
Atisa. Kamukha
And
niya
she
sa...
never
Ang ganda niya.
forgot
Ganda niya.
where she came from. And I want to be that kind of
Tsaka
woman. I
naintindihan ko na kung
aspire
bakit niya
to be
tinalo
that
si
kind
Los
of woman.
Baños at saka si
One who helps her
Louisiana. Siya yung
family
grand winner ng
and never
Laguna.
forgets to give back on those people who helped me be
Di
here.
ba? Kamukha niya si Atisa.
Now, being the youngest,
Ganda.
or one of the youngest in the 2026 batch, has that changed the way the other
Hi,
delegates
Hazel.
treat you?
Yes, at times, but I have proven time and time again that I'm very independent. I go here from Laguna every single day.
Oo,
And I
sinabi niya
believe
sa
that,
akin sa interview yan.
you know,
Tapos hindi siya
my
nalalate.
experience and everything that
Travel
I've
siya
gone through
going
for my
from
18
Laguna
years
to
of life
Manila
has
pag may
shown that
activity.
I can do
Ganun
it
siya
even if I'm only
ka-dedicated.
18 years old. And I also believe that the crown doesn't recognize someone's age, but someone's potential.
Galing, galing.
And why
Gusto ko
should you
yun.
be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
As a Miss Universe Philippines candidate, I have asked myself that question
Galing ng
countless
mga
times.
Laguna. Gusto ko yung mga
And as
Laguna.
an
Dahil ni
18-year-old
Eloisa
woman
Haod,
in a
ganyan.
world
Tapos
full of
ito.
infinite possibilities, I want to be your next Miss Universe because I have a mission and I have a goal. And as I've said, that a crown doesn't recognize someone's age, but someone's potential. And to be there and to have a dream like that, I want to work hard.
Thank you so much, Laguna.
Medyo
Ako po si
atang bata
Bea
pa.
Milian
Ang ganda si
Mendorsky,
Bea.
representing La Union Province.
Hello, Bea. I'm over here.
Hello.
Now, oftentimes, there are people who say that Filipino beauty queens of mixed heritage aren't Filipino enough. How do you convince them otherwise?
I actually studied Filipino history for as long as I could remember. I was the first in my US history class to actually bring up that the Philippines used to be a US colony, but to take pride in the strength of our heritage. I also obtained a degree in Southeast Asian Studies and tried my best to learn Tagalog. And growing up in a predominantly white area, I've always been an ambassadress of Filipino heritage and culture.
Siya yung number
And
one
I've
ko
been the
for this
first
round,
to
guys.
share our
Naintindihan niyo
straight
naman
from
siguro
north
kung
of the
bakit.
world, and I'm ready to do that
Siya yung front
internationally.
runner
Now,
na
speaking of
hindi
Filipino
budol sa
beauty
closed
queens,
door.
which Filipino beauty queen do you admire most and why?
The first ever Manila Carnival Queen, Pura Villanueva Calao,
For sure, di niyo
because
kilala yun.
used her platform to advocate for women's suffrage. And she viewed
Tutuwa
the
ako dito
crown
sa
not just
DCDI
as
niya.
an
I'm
opportunity
so
for
happy with her
herself, but actually
performance.
to build the very identity of what the Philippines is today. And that's something
Sabihin
really
niyo ngayon, hindi
amazing
siya
about
Filipino enough.
pageantry. Is the first ever pageant in the Philippines was one of the only sanctioned ways to express national identity. So it's also really woven into our
Galing,
fabric.
galing. I'm so happy
Now,
with
tell
this
us something
performance.
very interesting about you that would surprise people.
I really love music and I grew up playing the cello. So I'm really sad that there's no talent competition, but I'm excited to share my talent with the world. I also love jazz music and I taught myself stand-up bass
Natutuwa
just
ako
so I could
bilang
join my high
Ilocano.
school's
I'm so
jazz band.
proud.
And
Grabe.
something that people are starting to learn about me is I also love to dance and I'm pretty good at budots too.
Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
There's a motivation crisis in the Philippines. Far too often, people dream of going abroad, just like my family.
Oh.
But I dreamed in the opposite direction, and I packed my life into suitcases and balikbayan boxes and moved away from the life I knew
Maiyak ka na lang
because
talaga.
I believe in the future for all Filipinos here locally, so that we're not forced to go abroad and be separated
Grabe.
from our
Maluluha ka
families
na
in
lang talaga.
order to survive and in order to thrive. And
Nakaka-proud.
I'm
Sobrang
ready to bring
nakaka-proud
back the
siya.
fifth crown for the Philippines because I believe us Filipinos deserve hope
Hindi niya
and
deserve yung
dignity.
bashing niyo. Grabe.
Thank you very much.
Good
Grabe
afternoon
talaga.
po. Ako po si Scarlet and proudly representing Los Baños, Laguna.
Hindi niya
Hello,
deserve yung
Scarlett.
bashing.
Even though you grew up in Nuremberg, Germany, you say that you love to cook Filipino food. What are your favorite dishes to cook?
My favorite Filipino dishes to cook are sinigang, chicken adobo, because that's the dishes that
Ganda-ganda
my
rin na ito
family
Sila sa
loves.
Baños.
And of course, ang dami ko naman rin nilulutong ibang dishes. So, every Filipino food, what you want from me, I can cook naman.
Now, if there was one thing
Nalong
you'd want
ako
to
kay
be
Bea.
remembered for,
Tito Joe po.
what would it be and
Parang
why?
hindi niya talaga deserve yung
I
bashing
want to
ninyo,
be
guys.
remembered as the first Miss
I'm
Universe
so
mother.
proud to be an
Because
Ilocano.
since I have a
Swear.
son, he's 3 years old, I want to show the universe that also mothers are very empowering and sure can have the crown to
Ano
be
ba
the
to?
Miss Universe 2026.
Feeling animal.
Which Filipina do you admire most and why?
It is my mother, but to stay in that pageant style, it's Pia
Ano
Words
ako
back
doon,
because she
doon.
lives the dream that I also want to live as a model, an actor,
Kudos
and of
rin si
course,
kay
a
Los
beauty
Baños,
queen.
ha. I mean, I really find her
And why
beautiful.
should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I want to bring back home the crown. I want to show the universe that a mother can be the next Miss
Napaiyak ka
Universe.
rin ba
And
yung latest
nakikita ko na po
update?
ako sa stage, sa international stage, na mananalo tayo this year because we have
Actually,
to bring it
KG
back
Del
to home.
Yoso, ang dami
Because
niyang
we're
bashing
beautiful
not
inside and
Filipino
out, and we
enough,
deserve
kung
it
ano-ano,
every year
and all.
to
Alam mo
win
yun.
that crown.
Thank you very
Natural
much.
response niya sa typical paya.
Maraming
Yes,
salamat
actually,
din.
Migo, yun nga yung gusto ko eh. Parang alam mo yung kinonect niya talaga yung sarili niya.
Subihano Montenegro.
This round, I would also like to
municipality of
recognize Ashley Subihano
Manila.
on this round. To be honest with Ashley
Hi,
naman,
Ashley.
magaling din.
So, how did you go from culinary school to becoming a pilot? And could you have flown all of us to Boracay?
Well, as a pilot, I am proud to share I'm actually
Nakakaawa
in
rin
one
ako
of
kay
our
Ashley.
country's
Parang
premier
underrated masyado daw
online
si Ashley
cadet programs.
Subihano. Well,
So
in fact,
yes, one day when
she's
you're
really
flying to
beautiful
Boracay,
and she's nice.
you will hear my name on the intercom. As for pilot school,
Actually
I
did
also have
better nga eh
bachelor's
than a
in
front runner na
entrepreneurship.
nilalagay nyo sa
Very
top
passionate
5, top
person.
2.
So whether it be in small business, loving
Mas
culinary
magaling pa si Ashley
aviation,
overall.
all of my
Honestly, honest
passions,
lang na
I'm
honest
very
goodness.
interested and always love to better myself through education.
Hindi siya overhype.
Now,
Ang
since your
ang
mother is one of the
underhype to
well-known
si Ashley.
Filipino beauty queens, Was she the reason why you entered pageantry, and what advice has she
Mama niya
given
Miss
you?
World,
No,
Philippines.
it's actually the opposite. My mother was a former Miss World Philippines, and she actually raised me very separate from the limelight. I grew up going to public school. She's had a medical technology corporate career for over 20 years, and she's very focused when it comes to making sure I focus on my schoolwork. So that's not the path that she wanted me to go to. But I came onto it on my own passion because
Actually,
of how
should also be
drawn I was
noticed, guys.
to how
You deserve
empowering
a spot. I
speakers are
mean,
beautiful.
Now,
kumpara mo
you're a
nun sa mga
small business
overhype.
owner. Tell us about your business and where can people buy your product?
Well, as I mentioned, I have a bachelor's in entrepreneurship. So I've had a couple small businesses, and I'll admit some of them even failed. But my greatest one that's still standing and growing is a small handmade accessory brand. So it's also another passion I have, which is handcrafting handbags. And so I've trained assistants, I've partnered with multiple charities, and through my business, I'm able to express myself creatively also bring that aspect into my life as a beauty queen because I love
Hindi
wearing
naman na
them
pwede
before.
echo sa kanya, di ba?
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Because I have grown into an empowered woman. Miss
Alam nga naman na
Universe was
charm
my
kasi
dream
di ba
for
siya dapat yung
years,
charm
but
noon.
I truly wanted to wait until I had more experience and more
Tapos
knowledge about the
nag-join siya
world.
ng
So
MWP.
that when it came my turn to speak, I had something to offer. But as I've gone through many challenges,
She's good.
learning
She's good,
different
guys. I
skills
mean,
and
pasok
coming
siya sa
across
top 10
different
ko sa com
people,
skills.
I've come to
Sa
find it's
CDI.
not about the right
Yung
time.
nilabas ko pa
It
lang
was
kasi sa
when I
poster
became the
ko, top
right
5 pa lang
woman.
kung nakita nyo, di ba, sa community.
Thank you so much, Luciana Laguna.
Mag-worry ka talaga, KJ. KJ Deliosa. Mag-worry ka na talaga. Sa totoo
Hello,
lang.
magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Justine Beatriz Felizarta, representing the heart of the Philippines, Manila.
Hello, Justine.
Hello.
Now, what does it mean to be an adopted member of the Philippine National Police
Kay Justine
Academy?
naman,
And
I
can
know
you
that she can
arrest me?
answer very well. Ang
I was raised
Justin,
in
nakita
LA
mo naman, nilagay
as
kita
an
sa
adopted
top
member.
4
It was
sa
actually 2
gown
weeks ago only.
and
And one of the
napapansin kita
questions they
sa
asked
kahit
me
sa
is
Ako
like, can
Boracay,
I
nilagay
receive
kita
one
sa upper
traffic?
rank. Pero
And the answer is no,
nakukulangan
you're
ako
not the
din sa ng
MMDA.
connection.
But
Parang hindi
I would like
siya,
to use this
hindi siya
role to
kumakagat
really
sa akin yung
make
the
it
way
an
she speaks.
advocacy-based role where we can really foster a sense of self and unity and also security for the women and children rights.
Now, how has being the daughter of parents who are both
Yes, La
pharmacists
Union's late this
and
round.
growing
Siya
up in
talaga number 1
Canada
ko this
shaped your
round.
life?
My parents' dream was always for me
Ito,
to be a
magaling siya
pharmacist like them.
magsalita. Pero
But
yung
instead of
connection
doing that,
talaga,
I
hindi
opened
siya,
a
hindi
pharmacy
siya
for them
kumakagat sa
because
akin.
I know that I wanted to provide for them being at this age already. And it's really impacted my life because they taught me the value
Correct.
of
They
hard
only
work,
bash Bea
opening a
because they were
business.
supporting
And now I
other
really
candidates.
enjoy it and I get to share something we all love together and also serve the Filipino people with the medical missions that we do all over the Philippines.
Now, you're a romantic at heart. What is your favorite romantic movie and why?
Oh, you're pulling my heartstrings. I'm a Pisces, so definitely I am a romantic. My favorite one would definitely be The Notebook because it's such a classic and I cry every time I watch it. But it's just a symbol of love, no matter how old you get, no matter what challenges, you'll
Galing
always
niya,
have
di
each
ba?
other.
Galing niya. Galing
And that's
magsalita.
something I want for myself also.
Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I started my pageantry journey 12 years ago in Manila, to be exact. And this journey is a testament of my grit and determination. And if you choose me to become your next Miss Universe Philippines 2026, I will not only bring preparation, but also purpose and show the universe that when perseverance meets purpose, a Filipina is a force to be reckoned with. Thank you.
Galing, no? Galing. Galing
Thank you
din
very
talaga.
much, Manila.
Thank you so much.
Agree naman ako dyan, Edmark.
Good afternoon, judges. Thank you for being
Alam niyo,
here.
dito
I'm
kay
Lainey
Mountain
Montero
Province, na-touch
Yodo.
din ako.
Now is I'm on
Gusto
the
ko rin yung
province. I'm
story
the
niya.
first ever representative of
Setting aside the
Philippines.
technicalities ng speech,
So,
speaking and
as
all,
the first ever
very
representative
relatable. Gusto ko
of the
siya.
Mountain Province, what was it like growing up there?
My lolo is from Mountain Province, but because he is a soldier, he was sent to different parts. So I grew up in Baguio. We lived in a 10 by 10 feet home,
Oh
really
my
humble
God.
beginning. And our CR was outside. We shared a comfort room outside. And
Grabe yung
that
hirap.
really opened my eyes on how I really needed to pursue in life and how I really needed to do harder because I needed to change the lineage, not only for myself, but also for my children and that our last name is not my destiny, but my starting point.
Now, you are one of the moms in this year's batch. What does being a mother and an MEPH delegate mean to you?
In a world that questions women, that chooses both responsibility and ambition, I think it's important that I show that I do not split myself into parts. That if a woman is given the right opportunity, the right support, the right people to believe in her, there really is nothing that she can't do. She can do it all. She can be a mom, she can nurture her dreams, she can nurture
Fairness
her
to Mountain
community. And I
Province.
believe that is why I am
Siya
here
yung,
today.
parang siya yung pinaka-perfect sa lahat
Which
ng
Filipina
moms
do you
na
admire
papasok
most
dito.
and why?
Filipino, definitely Miss Melissa Villa. I had the honor of meeting her, the Project Pearls, when we went to Bulacan. Because when I stepped in Bulacan, I saw there a piece of land where women were able to provide livelihood for themselves. And that is what I wanted to do as well for my Love Others project that I have been nurturing for the past 10 years already before even stepping here. It's like stepping into my future self. I envisioned myself in that same place. So I am really thankful for Miss Melissa for sharing her story and for widening the vision of what
Huwag ka
women can
magmadali,
do together.
Linery.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Before being here today, I had a 7-year hiatus of pageantry. In that moment, I became a medical scientist. I became a mother. I founded my all-women company that provided livelihood
Pareho
and
pala ni
opportunity
Iliana
to
to,
women, most
scientist din.
especially single mothers, persons with disabilities, and also our lolas na overage na to other companies. They are there. And standing here, I'm able to show that we're able to nurture so many aspects of our life, that there is no limit on what we can do. And a true woman, she doesn't only rise alone, she brings others along with her. Thank you
Thank you so much, Mountain Province.
for having me po.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adela May
Oh my
Marshall,
God.
and I am representing
This
Muntinlupa.
is it. Yung sinasabi ko sa
Hello,
inyo na
Adela.
huwag yung
How has
i-underestimate.
growing
Grabe.
in both the United
One of
Kingdom
my
and the
favorite na
Philippines
ini-interview
shaped
palagi.
Adela today?
I believe that as a person of dual heritage, my life has always been shaped by contrasts. So I've spent Christmases both having a Sunday roast lunch watching the Queen's speech, but also Noche Buena and karaoke at midnight. And I believe it's through these dualities that I learned a woman doesn't have to be one thing. I don't have to be one thing, and neither
Ang
should the
galing
next
ni
Miss Universe.
Adela. Grabe. Kaya
Now, you
favorite ko
seem
itong
to be
ini-interview eh.
addicted to learning beyond your bachelor's degree. Tell us
And
what
ang
this is
dami niya
about
ng
and what
pinag-aralan
courses do you
mula
like?
nung may nangyari sa kanyang accident.
For me, education is such a privilege. I learned recently that I was not the first to think of this line, but education is the one thing that no one can take away from you. And
Yun.
it's important to me because I think with education comes the most opportunity. When you
Para sa
have opportunities and choices, that is the most impactful
may
position.
ganyan.
Yeah. The courses I like to take often depend on my current
Ang
interests. So
galing.
I've
Yun.
studied
Sinabi nga
in
niya
the
yan.
past corporate responsibility, but also narrative economics. So whatever interests me at the moment.
Now, you
Diba?
were the runner-up in Asia's Next Top Model. How is that experience different from MUPH? Is it easier or more difficult?
Both are challenging because, of course, you want to do both well in both of them. I think the biggest difference for
Galing.
me is competing in real time and competing in a bubble. But at the same time, I also see them as completely different disciplines that needed the respect. So for MEPH, I really had to train a lot more. I was very young, in my opinion, when I competed on my previous competition. So now I feel that I know myself more. So I take all of the learnings I've had since that time and bring it with me to this competition.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
The short answer is because I'm ready.
Di
I
ba?
have obviously represented
Di ba? Ang
the
ganda ng sagot
Philippines
na
in
yun.
the past. I've had that privilege, but I never did it with a sash across my heart. So totoo lang, I really felt that I had to earn that right. But it's here in the Philippines that I became a woman. It's the country that I serve with my advocacy, empowering the next generation through literacy. But I also graduated here and work here and overcame personal hardship here. So now I feel that I really have the experience to represent not just the best version of myself on the international stage, but also the best version of a Filipina.
Galing.
Thank you very much,
Grabe.
Muntinlupa.
Muntinlupa.
Thank you.
Very real.
Hello,
Hindi
good afternoon,
scripted.
panel. I am Alexandria Margaret Colmenares. You can call me Alex.
Alex.
I am
One of my
representing
favorites.
the Sugar Bowl of the
Honestly.
Philippines, Negros
Of
Occidental.
course. Hi,
Hello,
Alex.
Hello, Sir V. Sorry, I was looking for your voice.
What was it like growing up with both your parents as police officers?
Oh, huwag niyo niloloko yan ha. Police yung mga parents niya.
Actually, growing up, they were really, very strict of me since they work as policemen and
Ganda
women.
niya, no? Walang
But
gawain sa
actually,
mukha, guys.
they weren't really present. So I had to take my
Yung
time
ganyang
to grow
itsura,
on
no?
my own, to discover things. So I guess I grew up really independent at an early age because I had to look and identify what it is to live like alone. But I'm still really happy because I learned a lot from them and now I carry the values with me.
So I know you pride yourself in being an independent woman. What has been great about it, and what are the challenges that you faced?
So being an independent woman, it's really great because you know how to work with life and you really learn to rise from the failures. But the challenges is sometimes you don't have the emotional attachment to someone where you can't open up, you can't be vulnerable, so you have to figure things out on your own. But at the same time, I'm really proud of myself because from that, I learned to be really strong, and I hope to people who could experience that the same thing as what I am experiencing.
Now, joining a pageant takes you away from work and your livelihood. So why did you still pursue this journey?
Aside from the thought that I want to prove myself that I can be in this kind of industry, that I could actually reach my dreams that I wanted when I was young, I just want people to resonate with me.
Galing ni
Coming
Alex.
from a
Grabe
small
mga Negros
background,
Occidental.
not being really
You must
rich
be so
and
proud
coming
of
from a
her right
small
now.
province, I
Promise.
can make it big one day. So I hope to inspire people just by being here.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I have been through so much. And I know that with my experience, I can carry the responsibility that comes after winning the crown and not just wear it.
Thank you so much, Negros
Not
Occidental.
just to wear
Thank
it.
you so much for
Hindi pa niya
I'm
tinodo
Maria
yan.
Fatima Soyet, representing
Actually,
the
Negros
province
Oriental,
of
nag-ano rin.
Negros Oriental.
Nag-perform rin for
Hello.
me.
Hello, team. So you were raised by your grandmother. What do you think she'll say to you now that you're Miss Universe Philippines, Negros Oriental?
That she's so proud of me. Actually, today is her 13th death anniversary, March 29. I lost her 13 years ago. But I know this is a way of her reminding me that she's
Galing din.
always with
Very
me wherever
relatable
I
din.
go. I would really love it if she's here with me now, but I know she will have the best seat in the crowd on the coronation.
Galing. I mean,
Which
gusto ko yun.
Filipina do you admire most and why?
I admire Pia Wurschbach. Of course, after she won Miss Universe, she didn't stop there. She elevated and then she evolved also. And I want to be
Maganda
just
yung
like
thought
her
niya. I mean,
also.
kahit yung delivery niya, hindi ganun
Now, I read
ka-fluent,
that,
ka-smooth, pero
although
maganda
this
yung
depresses
thought
me a
niya.
little bit, you're a big fan of the 80s retro music. What are your favorite songs and artists?
Madonna. I'm a Madonna fan. She's iconic. Everything. Actually, a quick fact, sir. The first song that I memorized when I was 5 years old is Crazy for You by Madonna. Up until now, she's on my playlist.
Mhm.
She's even top one in my Spotify list.
Akala ko like a
I
virgin.
love her so much.
So, why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I carry the most empathetic and loving heart. Something that I used to hate growing up. But then I realized this is my greatest gift. If ever given a chance to be the next Miss Universe Philippines, I will dedicate my love and my time and effort to the organization and its causes and put love above all. Because if there's one thing that I realize in this industry is that everything is temporary. But the
Correct.
queen
Tama naman.
with a
Everything
good
is
heart
temporary. Actually,
will
the
live a long
reign of
lasting
a
life.
title holder is just 1 year.
Thank you so much.
Nothing lasts
Negros
forever
Oriental.
in pageantry.
Magandang hapon. Ako po si Michelle Tanto Cabacho, representing Nueva Ecija.
Nueva
in the
Ecija is also
Philippines.
one of the
Nice to be
performers.
nice to
I
be
mean,
the
I love her
Hello,
performance here in Closer Interview.
So you're an only child. So what's the best thing and the worst thing about that?
I think the best thing about being an only child is that it, I was raised by a single mother, and that allowed me to have a really close personal connection with her. It was that intimacy of just being us two at home and almost having a sisterhood, even though she's technically my mom. And the worst part, I think, is just not having anyone to share those wonderful childhood memories with. I adored the camaraderie of having a sibling. And so I wish I always had one. But here at Miss Universe Philippines, I now have 49 sisters.
Galing niya,
So I'm
no?
incredibly grateful for that experience and that sisterhood.
Now, I know you volunteer as an English tutor for refugees in the UK. What inspired you to do it, and what have you learned from doing that?
Well, when I first came to the Philippines, I moved here at 13. And I didn't know Tagalog at all. And so it was a really isolating experience. I wasn't able to foster relationships with the people around me. And so when I came to the UK and the opportunity arose to help those in need who are in the same situation as me, who are unable to speak English and integrate with the local community, I really seized the opportunity to help them. Because if I could donate a few hours of my week to help them feel more at home in their new place, then I was all in for that. And so that's why I chose to be a volunteer.
We'll try to find ways, Edmar.
Now, who is your favorite beauty queen and why?
My favorite beauty queen is, I'm not just saying this because she's here, but it's Miss Gazini Ganados because I can relate to her experience of
Marunong.
being estranged
Marunong
from
si
her
ano.
father and then reconnecting with him at a later
Pero
age.
gusto ko yung
So
reason
my dad
niya.
and I,
Gusto ko yung
we
reason niya
reconnected when I
kasi
was a teenager. And that experience really
pareho sila
taught
ng
me
story
that
about the
our
father.
parents,
Gusto ko yung
they're
reason.
human. They make mistakes. They fall short sometimes, but it's never too late to start again. And I'm so
Galing.
grateful I gave my father a second chance because now we have such a loving, positive relationship.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I am determined to maximize my background in being multilingual, multicultural, and being a computer scientist. I want to use innovative solutions to create an impactful impact on people or influence in people all over the world. And I want to use my multilingual skills to connect with people all over the planet because I believe that the greatest language is compassion. That way, we can
Galing
put
din yung
love
Garcia,
above
di
all.
ba?
Thank you so much, Noela.
Yan yung mga sagutan na
Thank
hindi
you
siya
so
talaga,
much.
hindi talaga siya yung pang-pageant
Magandang
ate lang.
hapon sa iyong lahat. Ako si Jacqueline Alaning, and I'm representing Nueva Vizcaya and the Philippine
Actually, Nueva
Society
Vizcaya
of
is also
Washington
good.
State.
Hello.
Hello, hi Sir B.
Hello. So how was growing up as a Philam and representing Nueva Vizcaya now in MUPH?
Growing up in the States, I
At yung
loved
mga taga-Pilipino
film,
community,
and
naging
I
advantage
really
sila yung
wanted to be
close door
an actress,
interview. Kasi,
but I
syempre,
never saw
kasi
anyone
sa
that
pag-i-speak
looked like
English,
me. So
mas widen
it
yung
made
ano
me
nila, mas
become
wider
ashamed
rather
of
yung
my
vocabulary
Filipino
nila.
culture because I was different and I wanted to fit in. But I joined a Filipino American pageant and I realized that being Filipino and being different is my superpower.
Galing
And
niya, oh.
I want to share that. So I feel really honored being here representing Nueva Vizcaya because
You are also the face of the first Philam character in Call of Duty.
Pinapakita
How
ko yung
did
mga
this come
comments
about?
niyo sa stage, ha?
so I got it through my agent. She emailed me and asked me if I wanted to be in it.
Para
and
makita nila na
I
hindi
did a
gawa
body
yung mga
scan.
binabasa
And I
kong
actually
comments.
didn't know that the video
Pero
game
to
was
be
released.
honest,
And I'm actually the first
Nueva
Filipino
Vizcaya,
American
one of
character
the
in
best
Call of Duty Black Ops
performance
6.
also tonight.
So having representation is really
Oo,
important to
naging
me
advantage
because
kasi ng
it
Filipino
allows
community
people
yung
to
pag-i-English
know that
nila.
they
Siyempre,
can
yun nga,
achieve their
wider yung
dreams.
vocabulary, they can understand English very
Who is
well,
your
mas marami
favorite
silang mga
actress
words na
and what is
gagamitin,
your
they can
dream
interpret
role?
themselves. Diba?
I love Lea Salonga. She is a Filipino who made it in America. She's a Disney princess. And whenever I feel doubtful, I always look up to Lea Salonga. And my dream role would be something in A24 because they have the movie with Michelle Yeoh and it's about family. If there's a storyline that centers around
Galing niya.
Filipino culture, I would
Yun lang
love.
kasi sa problema sa mga
to do
Filipino
that.
pageant fans, focus lang kayo sa
Why should you be the
front-runners.
next Miss Universe Philippines?
I believe I have the fight and the strength
to represent the Philippines in Miss Universe. And it really is more than a crown to me. I really want to amplify Filipino creatives to tell our stories because our stories are being told by people who don't live our lives. And I want to bridge the gap between the Philippines and the world to hear what we have to say because we have so many beautiful things to say.
Thank you very much, Nueva Vizcaya.
Thank you so much.
Magandang hapon po. Ako po si Neil Silva, nagmula sa probinsya ng Occidental Mindoro.
Hi, Neil. So, your late father was a farmer. What was the best thing about being in a farm growing up?
You know, my best memory of my childhood is spending in our farm with my father. That was simple but full of love and lesson that he taught me without words. And those memories become a treasure now that he's gone. And that is something that I carry in my heart forever. And that what shaped me as the person that I am today.
Now, your mother is a correctional officer, and you were around PDLs growing up. What is the biggest lesson you learned from them?
Growing up around person deprived of liberty, many people see them through the lens of their mistakes, but I see them through the lens of humanity, dignity, and hope. And I know, and you know, they were the one who taught me how to play tennis. And they become the first coach. That's why I become a student athlete since elementary to senior high school. And they taught me the lesson of resilience, dignity, and hope.
Now, you identify with Alexi Brooks because she's a beauty queen and an athlete. What sports did you participate in, and how has that helped you in your pageant?
I look up to Alexi Brooks, our Miss Echo International 2025,
Hindi ko kilala
because
to.
of her fearless and empowered, because he is empowered and fearless Filipina. And I connected to her because how she represent her province, the Philippines, with so much pride and honor. And I want to be like her with so much pride to carry.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I want to change the game. I want to show that strength is beauty. And I know I want to use this platform to showcase not just myself, but the real power of beauty. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Occidental Mindoro.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Aviona Elizabeth Das, 20 years old from the last ecological frontier of the Philippines, province of Palawan.
Hi, Abby.
Hello po.
So, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Oh my God, my favorite childhood memory is when I go out sa mga streets and then hindi ako nagpapaalam sa lola ko kasi tumatakas ako. She wants me to sleep lang so I can grow tall. Pero I want to play. So I play
Legit
with my
yung grow
childhood
tall,
friends
no?
and then
Kasi
playing tumbang
parang nung
preso,
bata
and
tayo,
then
pinapatulog tayo ng
Filipino
hapon.
games put
Ang maganda
like
talaga
that.
doon si
And that's
Palawan,
really
mga artista
memorable
talaga
for me
to.
up until now.
Now, the passing of your younger sister was a difficult time for you. How were
Di
you
ba,
able to
kapag
cope with
bata
it?
ka,
And what do you
hapon,
think
dapat
Justine
kailangan
you today
matulog.
as a Miss Universe Philippines delegate?
I love that question. It's really hard for me to really move on, but we are a tight knit family. So we help each other. We pray to the Lord every time and every day. We do a rosary
Correct,
sacrament.
Janet.
And then
Ay, bash Bea
really
because
cleared my mind that
Agree naman ako.
God did it for a reason. And finally, there's an angel above me guiding me. And yeah, it really helped me a lot to grow up and be more of a strong ate for my other sisters.
Now, what has been the most fulfilling part of being a Miss Universe Philippines delegate?
Well, it's to get to represent my advocacy, which is empowering performing arts here in the Philippines.
Ang cute-cute na ito.
Most of you will
Nagagandahan
know
ako
that
dito
I
kay
am part of
Palawan.
a P-pop
To be
girl
honest,
group,
nagagandahan ako sa
which
kanya.
is really close to my heart. I'm very passionate about it. And ever since I was a child, I know that I will be in the entertainment business. So
it's really fulfilling to me that I get to
Ganda niya,
represent
magandang
small
bata 'to
artists or
na-interview
young
ko na 'to, eh,
artists
si
like
Palawan.
me to really empower everybody when it comes to supporting Filipino music, because I do believe that we have the potential to really be recognized in a global stint. Thank you.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Yeah, like I said earlier, that I will really put up the empowering performing arts here in the Philippines, because it's really close to my heart and it's really important to me. So if I were given to be a chance to be Miss Universe Philippines, I would really pull off all of my resources to completely support my advocacy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Palawan.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well. Again, I am Alexandra of Albay from the beautiful
To be
province
fair,
of Pampanga.
si Pampanga, yung sinasabi ko sa
Finally,
inyo na starstruck ako sa
here.
Boracay, maganda styling
So
and
it
all.
wasn't too
But
long
during
ago
this
that you were a
closed door
graduating
interview,
nursing student,
ewan ko kung bakit hindi
reviewing
siya
for your board
kumakagat sa
exams,
akin.
and joined the
Gaya
pageant.
ni Justine,
What motivated
Manila.
you to do all
Manila
of
is
that
really
and
well
what were the results?
spoken. Magaling siya magsalita, maganda
I
sagot
think it
niya.
was my determination
Ganito rin
to
kay
help my family.
Pampanga,
I
pero
feel
hindi
like
siya, alam mo na ganito,
I
hindi
made
siya
it my
kumakagat.
goal
Dahil
to
maraming
finish
magagaling
my
ngayon.
studies and become a registered nurse, because I really want to give back to my family one day. And sometimes I ask as well, paano ko nagawa lahat ng yan? But I think it was God then. God did it. It was a God did moment for me.
Which Filipina do you admire most and why?
It would have to be my mom. I know it sounds very cliche, but all my life, I grew up with my mom by my side, and I've seen her struggles, her hardships, and I want to go through life the way she did as well. She fought through, she powered through every struggle, and I want to be just like her.
After pageantry, will you be returning to nursing or will you be pursuing other careers?
Mahirap rin tong sagot na to.
Yes, it depends how the cards lay out for me.
Which is true
For
naman,
this
tama naman yung sagot
competition,
niya.
but I definitely want to go back to nursing because it's also my lifelong dream to give back to my community and serve. I've always been a woman of service.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
My goodness. I know that I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I align really well with the organization's values and morals. I know Miss Universe empowers, uplifts, and they want a respectful representation of women. And I value honesty, responsibility, as well as confidence. And I know that I exemplify that as a nurse in my community and as a woman of faith. And I think that's a perfect Filipina for the universe. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you very much, Pampanga.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Donnery Nugid representing Pangasinan.
So, what fascinated you about promoting aqua tourism?
Living up in Dagupan, I have seen how water sustain families and shape livelihood. It is not just how it can empower our local fisher folk. It can also help
Galing
us
yung
to
Pangasinan.
educate the
Fairness naman.
people about protecting our environment and create more jobs. Because I do believe that when we protect our waters, we protect our people, and that is the kind of progress that I want to stand for.
Now, the national costume competition will be held in your province this year. What is the best thing about Pangasinan?
Besides of the sceneries that we have in Pangasinan, we have a lot of beaches, and then we are rich in geographical gestures. I think what is one thing about I love about in Pangasinan is the people, how hospitable we are, how welcoming we are, and you can see it when you visit Pangasinan in our national costume.
Now, you said you were boyish as a kid and loved playing on the streets. When and how did that change into a beauty queen walking in heels on a stage?
I have a professor when I was in a senior high. He encouraged me to join Miss Intrams in our school. At first, I thought I cannot do it, but you cannot say no to every opportunities that you will have. And I'm very grateful, and I will forever grateful to that one person to push me and grow beyond my comfort zone. And this is something that I will cherish and tell a lot of people, especially the youth and the young girls, that every opportunities that we have, we should always say yes.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I represent a modern Filipina who is authentic and relatable. By sharing my stories of experiences, I believe that I can inspire women, especially the youth and the young girls, and encourage them also to dream bigger. Because when I was a child, I used to be very shy, very timid, and afraid. But pageantry has become my avenue to build my confidence. And this is something that I want to share. I want to inspire. And I hope to be the
Galing.
image of representation to the younger girls.
Thank you very much, Pangasinan.
Thank you po.
Di
Hi
ba?
everyone, my name is Kristen Marcelino and I'm representing the municipality of Pateros.
Hi, Kristen. Can you tell us three interesting facts about you that people probably don't know yet?
Three facts about me is that I know how to box. I know boxing, just the basic ones, because I used to do it all the time before my workout. And the second one is I have at least 4 notebooks full of my devotions, Bible verses that I would do every morning, because I feel like whenever I do my journals, my devotions, I would feel at peace and it keeps me grounded. And lastly, I am balancing school and of course the competition, and of course I am also a model.
Ang hirap rin yan nga, guys,
Now,
kapag
you
nag-school ka pa na
referred to joining Miss Universe
nagko-compete,
Philippines
hindi rin
as the
yan ganun
biggest
kadali.
plot twist for you this year. Why is it a plot twist, and what do you think the ending of the story will be?
Wow, it's actually the biggest plot twist that I have this year because I was not expecting to join this year. Actually, last year I witnessed or I watched Miss Universe 2025, and something that came with me is that as I was staring at the screen of the symbol of Miss Universe, I said, one day I will be on that stage. I said to myself that I manifested it, and this year God's grace and God answered my prayers, and I'm here. I'm so glad that I'm here. And
So, what has been the most inspiring part of your MUPH experience?
there's a lot. One of them is, of course, our visit in the Smoky Mountains in the Project Pearls. I have witnessed the stories of the scholars, the mothers, and the volunteers. And one thing that really resonates with me is how hard it is to be poor and how privileged it is to have education. And I'm really am so inspired to this for this woman, and I really look up to her, especially to Miss Melissa.
And
Ganda
why
ng
should you
sagot
be
niya.
the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Being the next Miss Universe Philippines is a huge responsibility. And this queen should be someone who can connect with people, who is compelling enough to change the world. And I feel like I am this someone. I am, even though I am still young, the age does not define me. I feel like in the right timing, of course, in the right timing of the universe, I can do my best and I can conquer of how I can.
Yun
in
na,
this
medyo
world.
nawala na
Thank
siya
you.
doon.
Thank you so much, Pateros.
I'm Patricia L. Evangelista, representing Quezon Province and the Filipino Society of Australia.
Good day, Ella.
Good day po.
So, you grew up in a community of 30 people. Tell us where that was and how that shaped the woman you are today.
Yeah, so that was in Baisong in Padre Burgos. And there's in that community of 30 people, there's only 2 kids. And I only had one book that I kept on rereading as a child. And that is why I was so eager to go to school because that means I could play with more kids, I could read more books. And actually, my advocacy, which is helping improve access to quality education, was shaped in that community.
Now, you have a deep admiration for the governor of Quezon Province, Dr. Helen Tan. What is it about her that you find very inspiring?
We actually both come from humble beginnings. And Doctora Helen Tan, so she really looks after the people of Quezon. So in Quezon, we have 39 municipalities and 2 cities. And she actually travels to each one of them, even those most remote island. And it's her servant leadership and compassionate nature and her ability to uplift other people. That's what I really admire about her. And I also aspire to be like her.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your work as an engineer?
Yeah, so I work as a project engineer in Australia. So we connect those renewable sources like wind farm, solar farm
Ang
to the
gagaling ng
grid,
mga Filipino
and we are
community, hindi mo
leading
talaga
Australia's
made-deny.
transition to clean energy future. And I was actually so proud of that because when I was a kid, we didn't have access to reliable electricity.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I was born through veil birth. It's an extremely rare event that happens in less than 1 in 80,000 births. So the midwife told my mom that this girl is so special. She's so lucky and she's destined to do something great. And I guess that's true because even if I come from that small island and even if I didn't have a complete family, I ended up living a life full of opportunities. And I am working actively to share the good fortune to others. And with the crown, I can share my heart to more people. Thank you po.
Thank you, Quezon Province.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alicia Chelsea Pangilinan Buendia, representing the province of Rizal and the Filipino Society of Southern California. I'm so excited to talk to you all today.
Galing niya, no?
So you're a degree
Yes, I am.
fitness instructor. Now, not many people are familiar with that. So tell us what it is and what got you into it.
Legree is a high intensity but low impact workout. And I actually got in it because of my sister. It's something that bonded us together. It's become our form of motivation and also stress relieving by being able to work out together, by being able to uplift each other with our workouts. So through that, I found teaching and how passionate I am for it to be able to uplift others, to take care of their bodies at any age, because it promotes longevity, it promotes wellness in all aspects of our life.
Now, even though you grew up in Southern California, you have a very fond memories about the Philippines during your
Yes.
childhood. Can you share some of that?
One of my fondest memories is actually visiting my Lolo's house in Teresa Rizal. And my cousins and I were bonding outside in the backyard, adventuring with each other, and just playing with the dragon fruit trees. And being there made me realize one of the most important things is that no matter where you grow up, whether that's in the US or here, we're bonded by our one Filipino value, which is our love for our family. And through that, I realized that Pinoys are globally connected together, no matter where you grow up, no matter how far it is from each other.
And which Filipina do you admire most and why?
I really admire Alexandria, not only in her win for the game, but also the fact that she
Ang galing
brings
niya.
Philippines in every court she enters and every area she's in. And just like Alex, I hope to show my Filipino community wherever I am, whether that's 7,000 miles away in the US or here in the
Yung mga
Philippines. It's something that
Philcom,
never left
magagaling
her.
talaga
And
sila.
it's something that she
Hindi
instills
na
wherever she
nakapagtataka.
is.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I stand here not only as a representation of my province and my state, but as a bridge between two worlds. I've been able to find the common denominator between the US and here, and that is our drive for our life, our love above all factor, that no matter where we are, we have that drive, that motivation for our career, that we'll be successful and we want to care for others wherever we are. So just like that, I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I'm not forced for change or transformation for everyone.
Thank you very much, Rizal.
Thank you so much.
Hello, maupay nga adlaw. I am Catherine Wardle, proudly representing Samar Island.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
So how have your experiences living in Bangkok, Manila, and now Catbalogan, Samar, shaped the woman you've become today?
So growing up in big cities from Manila and Bangkok, it was really fast paced and chaotic. But when I moved to the province, I really got to slow down and witness firsthand the struggles of my fellow peers in school. And I realized that I grew up with privilege and I wanted to use that privilege for good. And so that's why I chose to create an impact in my community and join in organizations that helped on causes such as youth empowerment and building a stronger sense of community.
Now, you're a self-confessed risk taker and adventurer. What have been your latest adventures?
Well, for sure, joining Miss Universe Philippines has been one of the biggest adventures of this year. I have learned so much and grown definitely into my independence, navigating the city once more. It's changed so much since I last visited Manila. And I'm just so grateful for this experience, this journey, and I've already grown so, so much.
Now, you're one of the youngest delegates this year. If there was one thing you could change about your childhood, what would that be?
One thing I would like to change about my childhood is probably be more gentle with myself because I am definitely my biggest critic. Always like to pick up on little things here and there, maybe my appearance and such. But if I were to be more gentle with myself, I think I would have been able to pursue more opportunities instead of holding myself back. But here I am now for Miss Universe Philippines, achieving and
Ang galing
trying to
niya.
clinch my dream.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I believe I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I have a lot to offer. I know I am easy to work with.
Thank you,
and
Catherine, for this
capable
kind of
of adapting to
performance. I mean,
changes no
gusto
matter
ko rin
how
kitang
tricky.
ilagay sa
I know that with this
listahan
platform
and
title,
everything.
I can truly achieve greater things and
Pero yun lang
add
masikip
more
talaga yung
respectful
listahan
jewels
eh.
to the
Pero
crown,
yeah, you
rooted
some are
in
perform
service
well
and
also.
purpose. I know I may be this year's youngest delegate, but if the youth are the hope of the future, then I may be the light of the universe.
Thank you so much, Summer Island.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I am Rose Ancarino, Albania, representing the mango bamboo capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City, province of Pangasinan.
Now, I know you dreamed of being a beauty queen as a child. What did you use as a pretend crown? And what would you tell your younger self about you being a delegate today?
When I was a child, I always dreamed of becoming a beauty queen. And I used a bamboo basket to pretend as a beauty queen, as a little Miss Philippines. And I always told myself that someday I will become a beauty queen and I will reach my dream no matter how hard life is.
You said that your story is not something to hide. What is that story that you want the world to know about?
Well, I came from a very humble beginning. When I was a child, I used to help my father to clean vases and also help my mother at night to weave bamboo basket, which I use to pretend as a little Miss Philippines. And I believe that is something that I don't need to hide because I can use it to inspire people. And that is my main goal joining here in Miss Universe Philippines, to inspire people.
Now, what is the most fun thing you experienced during this Miss Universe Philippines journey?
Well, I had a lot of fun thing here in Miss Universe Philippines, and it's always a privilege. But for me,
In fairness talaga sa
it
mga
is
Philcom, no, nag-perform talaga sila
the
guys, no.
sisterhood that we create in every activity and every
Alam niyo
day
kung guys, kung
that
sa
we
closer
get to bond
interview,
with.
they really want
And that is something
authenticity.
that I
Kapag
will
hindi mo
cherish
masyadong ma-express yung
after
sarili
this
mo,
competition
mag-Tagalog ka,
and
will
even
be
in my
fine.
lifetime.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Ooh. I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I represent a story that many can see themselves in. I didn't come from privilege. I come from hard work. And that is something that I want to show the universe that you can be whoever you want as long as you believe in yourself and you persevere. Magical things can happen and you can be Miss Universe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, San Carlos City.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jake Noel Munsaya, proudly representing San Jose Negros Oriental and the Filipino Society of Bellevue.
Alam mo, itong mga to, magagaling tong
Now,
mga to.
you said you enjoyed car rides with your mom growing up.
Oh, yes, definitely.
What were those like, and why did you love them so much?
So I grew up an only child, and my mom also had me at the age of 19. Well, got pregnant at 19 and had me at age 20. So I like to say my mom and I grew up together. Everything I've learned is
Bata na
from
mom
her,
niya.
and also my Lola, who had my mom at a young age
Galing
as
nila
well.
sumagot
So
itong mga
car rides with
Philcom,
her,
palibasa
singing
Ilisera
songs,
itong mga to.
talking about so many stories, and also remembering that my mom is living life for the first time and being able to have those shared memories with her in the car is just one of my fondest memories of learning everything. And I definitely get my music taste from her, 2000s for sure.
Growing up, you didn't see yourself as a beauty queen. What changed and got you into MUPH?
So actually, I grew up doing acting and modeling back in Los Angeles. And my whole life, I was always told, oh, you should join Miss Universe Philippines one day. I could definitely see you being a beauty queen. But I never saw it in myself. But once I graduated school early, I graduated at the age of 20, 3 years, in just 3 years with the 3 degrees. I finally thought, why not? I said, why not take a leap and just learn more about myself and be able to have this great experience with Miss Universe Philippines. And I'm truly just so grateful to be here.
Yeah. So you're a magna cum laude graduate, multi-degree
Wow.
individual at 20 years old.
Thank you, Sir B.
What are these and what's next for you?
Sure. So I have a bachelor's degree in journalism with a minor in English and an associate's degree in social sciences. What's next is actually law school. I'm very passionate about youth and civic engagement. So I really want to go to law school for sports and entertainment, but also reminding our youth that they are able to use their voice to make a difference. I think in 2020, I realized that there's nothing worse than feeling hopeless in what our future is like. So reminding our youth and making those differences and
Ang
using their
galing
voice,
niya,
having
no?
that responsibility to go out and vote and do our duty is really important and what I hope to do with a law degree.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I think I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I've witnessed firsthand how powerful a platform used with purpose can be. I grew up on social media and I know that it's a big responsibility and we should always use this. So with a crown on my head, it should also just be a crown in action, led with empathy, led with integrity, and also just being the Filipina and Filipino American I inspire to be, and also to inspire the younger generations to be the same.
Thank you so much, San Jose, Negros Oriental.
Thank you, Sir V.
Galing
Thank you,
niya,
judges. I
grabe.
appreciate it.
Ang gagaling ng mga taga-Philippines.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rachel Hannah Villanueva Gozun from Santo Tomas La Union and also representing the Filipino Society
Yan,
of
mga feel
Seattle.
ko, mga
Thank you
English.
so much for having me.
Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
So you used to dance competitively. What type of dance were you into, and is it something you'd still pursue in the future?
I was trained in jazz and I did competitive school dancing, so it was a lot
Grabe
of
to mga feel ko,
discipline.
no?
I would
Kung
definitely
English
do it
lang
in the
naman talaga
future. And I
usapan, sila
actually
na.
plan to be a
Wala
Seahawks
nang
dancer
duda
for the
dyan,
NFL
guys.
back in the States when the time comes. And so because it shaped the way I live now and how I hold myself, and it actually gave me a lot of confidence to do pageantry because it is based a lot in discipline. So in order to grow, I would continue dance.
Now, you come from a big family. Tell us what it was like growing up, and is there something you'd change about that?
Well, I grew up with a family of 8, and unfortunately, my dad suffered a stroke when I was young. And so, because of that stroke, we were under a one parent working household. So, my mom took care of us all. And I would change the fact that my dad
Grabe
had a
naman itong mga
stroke
feel kung
because
makapag-English, no?
we underwent a lot of financial struggle. And so I feel like there was a lot of barriers that I had to face and a lot of opportunities that I had to miss because of that. And if I were to change that, I would be able to achieve everything I have done sooner.
What is something you learned about yourself during this Miss Universe Philippines journey?
I learned that it's okay to ask for help. As someone with 2 jobs and pursuing computer science and engineering, being a working student is not an easy thing to do. So I actually moved here in January all by myself. And I actually felt it was a little embarrassing to ask for help. But I realized that the bayanihan that I preach, the community service I do, I have to allow for myself. And in order for your community to support you and for them to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Because it's more than just a crown. It's a position of diplomacy. It's to voice out
Wala, pag mga
what's
feel
right
ko,
in the
wala
world.
nang duda sa
And
English
I want to
powers
change the
talaga.
world by providing aid to those who can't afford basic necessities like healthcare and education. And being here has helped me bridge that gap between poor and resources.
Thank you so much, Santo Tomas La Union.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mayong hapon, everyone. I'm Jen Rose of all the way from the beautiful province of Sultan Kudarat.
Hi, Jen.
Hello, Survey.
So your mom is a huge influence in your life. Tell us about her and what makes her so special.
What makes my mom so special to me, aside that she raised me alone, is that she never raised me to have an anger towards my dad. And that's very special because she gave me so much love that I have to share it with my dad as well. And which made me also realize that my dad is very special to me because he gave me my mom. And my mom is the most important person to me, which will be I forever be grateful for my dad.
Now, Sultan Kudarat has been a force in pageantry in recent years. Why are Sultan Kudarateños so supportive of pageants?
Well, I'm very grateful that my province is very supportive. I believe that they're very supportive in pageantry because we wanted also to make a new branding in our province. Because when you say Sultan Kudarat, people would often still think that it's making a way to promote it because our province is deserved to be seen not just here in the Philippines, but also in the world.
If there is one thing that you want people to remember about generals, what would it be and why?
I'm very nervous right now.
Take a deep breath.
But even if I'm very nervous, I am still here and talking to you and sharing what I wanted to share. And that is one thing I want people to remember about me. That even if I'm scared, I can still offer something at the table. That even if I'm scared, if you really love what you're doing, you can make it because there's an urge in you and that would push you to keep going.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Becoming a Miss Universe Philippines is a dream grounded in love, purpose, and passion. It is also shaped by doubts and fear. But instead of saying it as a failure, I see it as a growth for me. That even if you're scared, you can still do it. I stand here not as someone who conquers your fear, but as someone who did it anyway. Because when your dream feels bigger than you, that's the time when you must rise and make it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sultan Kudarat.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Samson Bulrajani. I'm
Yan na, ang galing ni ko. Ang galing na Iloban. Ilocan.
So it wasn't too long ago that this young woman started from scratch.
Yeah.
Was being a beauty queen in your plans from the beginning, and what have you learned from it?
Post lang siya dati ng Aqua Boracay last year. Bago siya sumali ngayon.
The opportunity landed on my lap, and something changed last time.
Sabihin niyo hindi siya magaling. Grabe galing.
Stage the Miss Universe Philippines swimsuit competition. I understood what this platform truly means and what it can do and the impact of that it can bring to so many more women. And that is the lesson that it has brought me or has taught me. Being a beauty queen is being a leader, a thought leader, and actually making long and lasting impact.
Now, you shared something deeply personal about your mom and wanting to change that from your childhood. How do you think your mom would respond to it upon seeing her daughter at Miss Universe Philippines?
My mom is super proud, and I'm truly my mother's daughter. You know, she had me at 18. She had to give up her studies in order to raise me. And with her, I learned, or I really want to create a world where women can choose themselves as well. You know, there are even times when I think, had I not been born, it would be better because I would have loved for her to pursue her dreams. But now I think that we can change the narrative, and that is what I want to do. That is my mission as a beauty queen.
What gives you the greatest joy?
Greatest joy for me, transformations. Me starting from scratch, from nothing, 10,000 pesos coming to Manila, and, you know, changing my life and changing the narrative. When I see people change their lives for the better, it really makes me so happy. And I'm so grateful to be part of the lives of my mentees as well.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I believe I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because it is my job not only to be seen, but I think the true job of a beauty queen is to make other people feel seen. And that's what I've already been doing. And I want to amplify my voice. I look at this crown as a microphone, as a platform to truly make a difference.
Thank you so much, Tacloban.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope your brains are still alive. I know you've heard a lot of girls. Thank you for making the time for me. Good afternoon. My name is Isabella Rojas Ismael, or Bella for short. I'm here representing Taguig City.
Hi, Bella.
Hello.
So, aside from being a beauty queen, I know you're a businesswoman. Tell us about what your businesses are and how do you manage to juggle all of them at the same time?
Yes. So I have a couple of businesses. One of them being my own ballet school because I'm a ballerina actually, and I also have a sunglasses business. And I actually started business with a swimmer brand. And one of the lessons that I've learned being a businesswoman is that my greatest capability as a woman is my ability to be or to wear different hats. And juggling all of that, I know a lot of people will say it's time management. However, I think it's really all about managing your passions and allowing yourself to just thrive in every single industry.
What has been your biggest
Galing
learning
ni,
in this
galing talaga
second
ni
time
Bella,
around
everything.
in this Universe Philippines?
Yes, it's my second time. So for those of you who haven't know, I was here in 2020, one of the first batches. And I guess this time around, I feel that in the past 6 years, I've been able to grow. I've been able to expand, like you said, in business.
Sila lang
I've
talaga
been
ni
able to
ano,
be a
sila talaga ni
ballerina, to be a
Bea ang
businesswoman, a
naglalaban.
teacher. And this time around, I think I'm more
Overall, silang talawa.
I don't think I'm ever going to be really a solid formed human because we're always in motion, always learning. But I'm happy to be here today to express that I'm completely grown from 2020 and I'm excited to continue to tell that in my story.
Now, you seem to have a serious and no nonsense look a lot of the times. We'd love to hear something very fun and interesting thing about you.
Do I? Don't be fooled by my voice. Something interesting about me. I recently became an indoor cycling instructor, and I feel like that's so different from my ballerina side. So I feel like I'm allowed to be raw and real and rough in that space. And one of the things that my students tell me that they love about me is that I growl when I teach. I go, let's go. You know, things like that. So I think what's beautiful about that is that I can kind of like let go and let loose and stray beyond the lines. And that's what I love about the variety of my life. Just being able to be different types of Bella.
And why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
My favorite question. I believe the Philippines deserves a representative who is a modern Filipina. And for me, a modern Filipina is somebody who's not afraid to make moves. I believe that's who I am. I've gone from being a ballerina to becoming a ballet teacher, and now I own my own ballet school. I do things that are outside of what people expect me to do. And I hope that this is something that I can inspire other Filipinas to know that they are capable of whatever it is that they want to chase. Because when a Filipina decides to take a step forward, the whole universe takes that step forward with her.
Thank you so much.
Powerful din ang
Becky.
answer niya. Yung
Thank you
different
so
lang
much,
kasi ni Bea was
Hello,
more specific kay Bea.
I'm Crystal May Correas from Tandag City, Surigao del Sur.
Hi, Crystal.
Hello.
So you have an identical twin sister.
Yes.
In what ways are you very different? And have you sent her to replace you in any of the events?
To be honest, a lot of people would expect us to be the same because we're identical, but personality-wise, I am the girly girly, and she's more laid back. And way back in college, I remember I forgot my ID, and so she passed her ID to me so I could get inside the school. So we did that, and there were instances where we, had our teachers mistakenly give her grade to me and my grade to her. Yeah.
So you have very interesting hobbies and interests. Tell us what these are and which is the first one you'll do immediately after the pageant.
Oh, I'm a very maangas kind of girly. I love boyish things. So if I do have a chance to go in my province, it would be to ride my motorcycle. I love going on adventure and just seeing nature because it brings me back to my home and connects me again to like Mother Nature. I don't know. Sometimes it sounds cliche, but it gives healing to my heart.
What is your greatest personal challenge at the moment?
It's more about finding the kind of life I want to live in. There was a moment in my life where I almost died from surfing. And I remember
Magaling rin si
recalling
Tandag talaga eh.
the
No?
life I lived and I wasn't really happy about it. And given a chance to live again, I wanted to live a life where I could just be satisfied and be happy with the choices that I made. And, it's just finding what
status without regrets and just fulfilling the life that I think would not just be about myself, but for other people I care for. Thank you.
Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Oh, because I worked tirelessly to be here. A lot of you may not know where I came from. It's from nowhere in the Philippines, but I finally brought myself to this prestigious stage from hard work and dedication. And if given an opportunity to actually represent the Philippines again, I would give the same,
Pasal na pala siya.
if not the same, more dedication than I've ever been. It is not just a dream come true for me, but it is also a reflection of all the hard works I've sacrificed just to bring myself to be in front of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tandag City.
Thank you so much.
Mabuhay! Ako po si Marian Arellano.
Si Marian yung
mula
last
sa
actually.
probinsya ng
Siya na yung
Tarlac.
last, wala si Tugigaraw na, di ba?
So Tarlac is a
Saka si
wealthy
Taal.
province, but you come from a very small town.
Marian of Tarlac is actually magna cum laude. So, matalino siya.
Growing up in
But
Tarlac,
that doesn't mean na yung com
this
skills
diverse
comes the same.
and inclusive community. So we have different dialects and culture, and I've learned to be respectful and understanding. And I bring up this as a marketing manager and also in this Miss Universe Philippines journey.
She's an Ilocana actually,
What's the
guys.
reason for joining Miss Universe Philippines?
It's really my dream to be representing my province in Miss Universe. But personally, my main goal was to bring back my mother here in the Philippines forever because she is an OFW for almost a decade now. So I'm so emotional because I really miss her. So my main goal is for her to finally retire because I want her to be with me forever.
Now, you graduated magna cum laude in marketing.
Yun, magna cum laude siya.
What do you hope to do after your pageant career?
I really want to maximize and utilize my learning when it comes to marketing. Since I'm here in Miss Universe Philippines, I really want to help the organization and also help the community to uplift, most especially our MSMEs, our small businesses. I want them to grow and not left behind because I believe empowering businesses is also empowering our entire society because business is the lifeblood of our community.
Now, this is your chance to use your marketing skills. Why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Alata mo yung Ilocano pa nag-English.
But real connection and relatability. I should win because I'm easy to work with and I'm adaptive. And I grew up without my mother on my side. She's an OFW for a decade now. And my father is security guard. So with my background in marketing, I know how to build community. And the next Miss Universe Philippines is timeless and fearless. And that's me.
Thank you so much, Tarlac.
Thank you so much po.
So that concludes the the CDI. Actually, kung titingnan mo yung CDI, the Philcom ladies perform very well, especially yung mga alam mo na, yung mga talagang magaling sa English, com skills wise, Philcom talaga yung pinakamagaling. But it doesn't go with just speaking English eh. So sometimes it's the content, relatability and story. Mountain Province is also one of, pinag-usapan namin trivia lang ni Adam kanina, kasi si Adam tumawag eh. Gusto rin niyang ilagay sa listahan, to which ako rin, gusto ko rin siya ilagay sa listahan, pero nahihirapan ako kung saan, kung paano, kasi ang daming pwede eh. So technically, it's really hard to stream down. Enter the studio. Kaya ayun. So yun yung mga lumabas sa top sa page sa for me parang kapal. Sino yung kabay? Sino yung ka-vibes? Tapos ano sabi mo? Yes, actually ito kasi is hindi siya kasi scripted. Magna cum laude si ano, magna cum laude siya and yun yung sinasabi ko, hindi dahil magna cum laude, yung fluent na siya sa English right away, pero may laman. Actually, mas gusto ko rin yung mga natural na sagutan lang compared to scripted and yung templated na. So, mahirap rin eh. Ang pinakamagaling talaga kung tutuusin mga Philcom. Philcom yung magagaling. Kung com skills lang talaga yung usapan na yung walang content, walang relatability and all. But I think more than kasi that, tumawag kanina si Adam, nag-list down kami. Sabihin ko sa inyo yung listahan na. Wait lang. Share ko na to. Ayan o. Si Adam, meron siyang listahan na Bella, Muntinlupa, Tacloban, Cebu Province, Cotabato, Baguio, Nueva Ecija, Albay, Luciana, Mountain Province, Rizal. Tapos, ito yung sa akin naman is, medyo magkaiba kami ngayon ng konti. Number 1 niya kasi si Bella. Number 1 ko si Bea. The reason why number 1 ko si Bea this time, La Union, is because mas specific yung sagot niya, why should you win? Tapos, para sa akin, touching the overall answer of Filipinos right now, yung sabi niya na, ano ba to? There's a Filipino crisis. Wait lang basahin ko lang. Pwede ko kabisado eh. There's a motivation crisis in the Philippines, partly often people are dreaming of going abroad, just like my family. But I dream in the opposite direction and I pack my life in suitcases and balikbayan boxes and move away from the life I knew because I believe in the future for all Filipinos. This is a very powerful statement. I guess dito ko siya mas pinili mag number 1 over kay Bella. Although, kung ito-trim down talaga natin, it's between the two. It's Bea versus Bella. Marami na akong nagulat na performances like Nicole Borromeo. I thought she could do better kasi siya yung favorite ko na answer na yung good 8 nung Binibini 2022. Right now, wala siya sa top 10 ko because, sorry, I just have to be realistic. Many did so well. Si Negros Occidental, pasok naman siya sa akin sa top 15. Basta sa 11 to 15. Pero hindi ko na kasi yun nilabas na listahan. Kung base kasi sa sagutan talaga, very technical kasi yung sagot ni Bea, no? Very much relatable. Yun yung naging advantage niya over Bella this time. Although, kung fluency lang naman and overall yung laman, Bella is always consistent. And it's not a question talaga. Bella will always be consistent. Yeah, the Carnival Queen. And I think her team prepared her well. Good research. Maganda yun. May research, may relatability. Actually, Miss Tagi talks more about herself because of relatability. But in terms of, alam mo yun, technical aspects and all, she's very polished. Yun talaga yung nagiging advantage ni Bella over all others. But Bea this time is more relatable. It's more personalized. And I guess that's the reason why number 1 ko siya over Bea. Or Bella rather. And it's my first time. First time ko lang na ni number 1 si Bea sa mga categories. Kasi usually, ang number 1, number 2 lang sa akin is April Smith, Bella, nung Aqua Boracay ito And then nung EG was Bella and April Smith again. This time, very consistent si Bella. In fairness, nasa 1-2 lang siya. Tapos ngayon, Bea and Bella. So, medyo dikit yung laban ng dalawa. Si April Smith, hindi naman siya bad performance, kaya lang mas marami lang mas magandang performance. But in terms of improvement, she really improved at that. And I don't think na hindi siya na malalaglag siya. Kasi, again, the first thing that they need to do is they walk before they talk. Gets nyo? And April is mas mas angat doon sa bagay na yon. And as a member of OFW sa pamilya, I really appreciate Bea and I really felt it kaya siya number 1 ko. It's Miss Arnile. Ang galing rin ng mga mga Philcom. grabe com skills sa mga Philcom. I think that the Philcom community, yung mga Philcom society rather, very much proud sa kanilang mga pambato. Hawaii, of Ilocos Norte, she really did well also, di ba? Special shout out. But I guess among all the Philcoms, it's Nueva Ecija. Philcom Nueva Ecija really did so well. Nueva Ecija yan. Actually, si Nueva Ecija sinabihin ko nga na pwede siya sa MW. It makes sense that Bea brings up being Filipinos national. Fish probably feels the need to reinforce a connection with the audience, especially so that they are tagging her as not really a Filipino, 'di ba? So parang I get it. I get it naman kung bakit 'yon. Actually, Miss Laguna is impressive as well. Miss Laguna is on my number 10 spot. If you look at my art card right now, I just posted the 6 to 10. 6 to 10 are Roxy, Michelle Burchell of Nueva Ecija, Alexandra of Albay, Ashley Subihano of Louisiana, and Isabel Prats of Laguna. I guess they deserve the ranking. This is something that we talk about, Adam and I. Actually, Adam is trying to call, kaya sabi ko naka-live ako. Look, there are a lot of front runners that really did not meet expectation. I mean, especially so na yung mga names sila nadadrag sa top 2 daw, ganyan and all. But I don't think na ganun ngayon nangyari. I think na yung nangyari talaga ngayon is it's really a surprise. Bakit gising pa kayo, guys? Number 2 mo si Laguna. I mean, yung ibang nag-aral dito, Pilipinas. Sino mga okay. Yes, correct. Di pa Kuds. Sa mga frontrunners, only Bea and Bella ang top 2. The rest, maungusan sila ng hindi frontrunners na napakaganda lang sumagot. Correct. Tama ka dyan. I mean, ang dami frontrunners talaga na hindi masyado nag-perform. Ang dami kasi mga in-expect natin na magpe-perform pero hindi talaga nagbigay ng masyadong magandang performance. Negros Occidental deserves naman na makapasok sa circle. Kaya lang, yun nga, for me, medyo dikit nga 'tong ano ko, 'tong ranking ko. I know hindi kayo mag-a-agree sa lahat, pero yun nga, mahirap rin talaga magbigay ng ranking, guys. Especially 'pag mga ganitong bagay. Akala niyo madali lang 'to magbigay ng ranking, hindi, Sabi niya, "This is the battle of knowledge of history, culture, and advocacy." Correct. Sabi mo, La Union, Ace 8 with authenticity. I love Laguna. She's face card and well-spoken. Shorter side lang talaga siya. Yeah, but Laguna also did well. Yes, Bea and Bella talaga. Correct. Marami rin talaga yung nagbigay ng mga hindi naman masyadong magandang ano, content. Wow rin talaga, yes, correct. OFW ka rin, Archmith. Saang bansa ka? Kuya Ken Ana Skincare. Bakit? Bea or Dark Horse ang mga glossy na. Glossy or oily? The way Windorski speaks, alam mong mataas ang pinag-aralan. Correct. Salamat, pinakamagandang makulit. Kasi I have to be fair, nakita niyo sa community natin dito sa YouTube, nakita niyo yung pinost ko. Napansin niyo, laglag yung mga frontrunners na iba because ayoko naman niya for engagement lang na hindi realistic yung ibibigay natin. I think Adam did the same thing. Kami ni Adam madalas halos magkapareho ng picks. Ang magkaiba lang siguro, may isang ranking lang yung magkakaiba or dalawang ranking lang, tatlo, ganyan. Pero overall, almost the same. Sayang si Iloilo City. Bakit sayang? Actually, okay naman performance niya. Hindi lang pang top performance. Salamat, pinakamagandang makulit. Watching from Thailand. Oh, Sawadee Cup. Alam nyo, hindi pa monetize tong YouTube ko, kaya wala pa kayong ads na nakikita. Kaya pasalamat kayo, hindi pa kayo disturbed. Consistent naman si Manila for the prelims. I mean, hindi lang kumakagat sa akin yung sagutan kanina. Yung pinag-uusapan namin ni Adam kanina, she's very fluent, answer is well given, pero alam mo yung hindi kumakagat. Yes, marami nag-i-English pero shallow. Maraming mga magaling mag-English, pero content-wise, relate, yung pagka-relatability niya, parang medyo mahirap. Yes, actually, V, yun yung ano ko, yung parang pagiging relatable niya. I guess she's very fluent, she knows how to speak very well, pero hindi siya naging relatable. Yun yung nakulangan talaga ako. Kung mo lang sabihin niya, pinakamaganda mo kulit, grabe ka. Ano lang tayo, peace on earth. Unfiltered. Yung unfiltered pa matatanggal na sa accreditation eh, no? Jovenal Madriaga. Pareho lang kami ni Kenneth Marcelino. Ay, ano? Kenneth Kabungkal. Medyo. Medyo new latest update. Top 5 CDI. Actually, na-post ko na sa community natin dito sa YouTube. Naka-post na yung top 5 na CDI. Okay, wait. I'll post it here sa, ano. I'll share it here dito sa, tawag na to? Sa presentation natin. Wait lang ha. I-send ko lang via airdrop. Para makita nyo. Para maganda naman yung presentation. Image file. Ano, sabi mo nag-screen si Anthony Constantino kahapon pero wala naman siya. Yun sabi sa akin eh. Pero hindi naman ako pumunta doon. This one. Ito yung ano ko, ito yung CDI top 5. So just to explain, medyo malapit yung ano, malapit lang si Bea and Bella because actually mas naging relatable lang si Bea this time. Pero kung overall delivery, Bella, kung delivery lang. Pero in terms of relatability and the work, to be more Filipino, to be more, alam mo yun, mas relatable. I-review mo, Bea has done a lot. para this time is relatable siya. Now, si Bella, honestly, lahat ng parts ng question, well answered. Walang duda doon. Adela, Adela Muntinlupa, ang galing. Clarissa Westram. Clarissa Westram Cotabato, namatay ang parents niya, both parents, father and mother, dahil sa cancer. Imagine mo, being the eldest, naging breadwinner. Grabe, di ba? Mhm. Tacloban. Tacloban, nakita nyo naman. Technically, delivery, content, wala na sigurong duda doon. So, parang yan. And 6 to 10. Ito yung 6 to 10 natin, guys, para maging aware lang din kayo. This is the 6 to 10. So, kung bakit ito yung 6 to 10 is because, first, Roxy, no? Roxy was very much at her persona, not pretending to be anyone else. Ganun talaga siya even in person. Ano siya talaga, bungis-ngis. Bungis-ngis siya talaga. Kaya yung sinabi niya na palagi niya nakukuha yung Miss Friendship, kahit sa Aqua Boracay, ganun din siya. Lahat ng tao ata kinakausap niya kahit hindi niya kakilala. That's how Roxy is as a person. Very real, very real. Kaya number 6. Yung sagutan niya not the best, pero in terms of relatability, she's very much relatable. Mamaya ko sasagutin yung Dominic. Number 7, Michelle Burchell. Technically, magaling talaga siya. Even with the interview that I've had with her, kung nakita nyo, mayroon kaming interview sa YouTube together with Cotabato, magkasama sila. Bale, sa isang table, parang it was just a conversation interview, si Clarissa and ako. Clarissa, ako, and Michelle. Makikita nyo sa YouTube ko, guys. Tignan nyo dito sa YouTube ko. Makikita nyo, Kenyong. Meron kami interview ni Michelle, Burchell, Clarissa Westram. Magkakasama kaming tatlo. Ang galing nilang dalawa. Number 8, Krishna. Alexandra Krishna Orino, Albay. Ever since this lady is very much relatable na in terms of speaking, she can speak well. No doubt, kasi parents niya pala, dalawang abogado. Mama, papa niya abogado. Kaya talagang ganun siya kagaling magsalita. Number 9, Ashley Subihano. She's very underrated but she's very much relatable. She can speak well. She can relate herself talaga to the masa. Medyo mahina lang yung pagsasalita niya pero yeah, she's good. Number 10, Laguna. Beautiful and she's smart. She can speak also very well. Com skills wise, Rizal is also good and Tandag. Hindi na lang talaga nagkakasya yung listahan. Kailangan mo na lang talaga maglaglag para lang makapasok, para lang ma-finalize. Okay, sasagutin ko lang to. How about you, pag nag-screen ka sa Mr. Pilipinas Worldwide, how would you rate yourself sa closer interview skills? When it comes to closer interview, when it comes to com skills, I guess that's my advantage. I I can say that I'm very much good in speaking English because my tongue as an Ilocano is not that good. I sound like very provinciano because of my intonation. But I guess when in terms of content and in terms of delivery and conviction as well, I guess I would give myself a good 9. Ayan, Dominic. Yung both lawyers ang parents was Alexandra Krishna Orino. Yes, that term conviction. You know, they really can answer. They really can say their answers in English fluently, but I guess the conviction, it was lacking. Yun yung naging difference. So anyway, guys, Sagot ko na 'to, eh. Oo nga, I'm aiming for Supra but I don't wanna join anymore. I don't wanna join anymore. Wait lang, tingnan natin kung ano pa ilan pa yung battery percentage natin, I guess konti na lang battery natin, eh. But, sige, I'll just give it 5 more minutes before I end this live. If social issues Q&A, spontaneous discussions, that's the real test of intelligence. Bail definitely is easy too. But I guess aside from that, yung research kasi that they have done. What do you think about Cotabato province? I've told this before. I'll say it again. Cotabato province is really a good speaker. And I guess being a UP graduate na magna cum laude, tapos actually she's also aiming to become a lawyer. Nag-usap kami about that one. She can really ace it. Salamat, pinakamagandang makulit. You know, sa Q&A kasi talaga nagkakaalaman kung may substance ba yung tao. You know, sa pageantry kasi madalas talaga physique talaga yung tinitingnan natin, eh, di ba? Height, physique, face, ayan. But wala, eh. Sometimes kung intellectual ka talaga, when you are really smart person and you are a very conversational person, you would also like to know what's between the ears. Diba? What do you think that counts? Ang mahirap sagutin yan kasi dami nila, eh. Ito, the ranking that I posted right now is just based on CDI. This is not an overall ranking. Disclaimer. This is not an overall ranking. This is just for CDI. So medyo mahirap tayo mag-assume right now, guys. Being an accredited partner of Miss Universe Philippines organization right now, alam mo kung bakit ganito ako ka-active ngayon? Siyempre, because of the accreditation that they've given me and the trust that the organization have given us. So, I guess aside from the voice and siguro I have a strong mind talaga na ginagamit with all my platforms. That's the reason why that I really speak up when it comes to this. Yeah, she's really a good communicator. Cotabato province, she's a really good communicator. Again, April Smith did not do bad naman, pero yun lang, medyo kulang. In terms of Nicole Borromeo, expected much. Yun. Lilipad sila sa Misamis, I guess, April 21. Okay, gusto ko sagutin to. Sir Kay, who do you love to have a conversation with amongst the candidates? Yung masarap kausap. Halos lahat nakausap ko na, no? Pero madalas hindi kami nawawalan ng topic kapag nag-uusap kami. Yan, si Bea, si Bella, si Tacloban, si Muntinlupa. Pero I have my top 2 favorites sa interview. Don't get me wrong, pero sila yung top 2 favorite ko na i-interview madalas, si Tacloban and si Muntinlupa. But they are all good naman. Yan, masarap silang kausap. Yes. Yun naman talaga nagiging advantage ng dalawa. Anyway guys, we have to wrap up kasi it's already 11:48 PM na and maaga pa ako bukas sa BIRN sa bank. So let's wrap up na. Kuya Ken, yeah. And palaubat na rin yung mga phones ko and yung laptop ko 17% na rin. I'll try to do live tomorrow, pero let's see. I guess magpe-perform pa rin naman sila sa Natcos, yung mga yung wala sa top 40. Yan. Salamat for being with me tonight. And yeah. See you soon again. Please like my page, Kenny Filarca. Meron na siyang blue mark. And YouTube. Yan, nakalagay naman dyan sa banner na nag-roll dito sa video natin. TikTok, follow nyo na rin ako, and Instagram. Thank you so much guys for watching. And please subscribe. Thank you.